And we are live, believe it or not. And look who I got with me. Huh? Shaggy's from Gulfport Beach. Isn't that something? Uh, Today we got a special guest all the way from California. California. I think North California. North California? Yeah, yeah. So, North California girl. Uh, I wish they all could be California. You knew I was going to have to sing that. Cady's down in the green room right now. Uh, Anywho, we're doing, I guess, our Friday night live. Friday night live. It's just something new that we kind of started up to get some folks in here that may not normally get to come during the day on Tuesday. So it's a little bit unusual for us. Just be honest with you, I forgot to put a thumbnail up. And hey, Nick, how in the world are you? It's good to see you, my friend. And oh, goodness, all of a sudden the thing just kind of jumped on me. But anywho, what was I saying? Anything important?
Something about you forgot to put your thumbnail.
Oh, I forgot to put the thumbnail up. Boom, boom, boom. I thought I was way ahead of things. Hey, Phil, Peterson Farms in Nashville, and got Jennifer. She's driving. Turn your phone way, way, way up, and so you can hear everything that Cady has to say. I'm going to get her up pretty quick today because I want to send y'all somewhere else here in just a few minutes, in a little bit. Let me get over here and check some of these folks out. Hey there, Jan. Jan, hey, I just seen the video where Misha Lee come and met you over there. She visited y'all for a little bit. I thought that was pretty cool. I like Misha. And then, of course, Nick, he's always busy. And I've already mentioned Phil and Jennifer driving down the road. Don't get in a wreck, Jennifer. Raquel, Danny slipped in, stopped by to hit the thumbs up just in case she's late. She'll probably be late. And then we got 12 Stone Ranch over there in Texas, Texas. Byron over there. I like Byron. I got Byron in here to help me with the interview questions. He's good at it.
There's Miss Mary there.
Who'd you say?
Hey, Miss Mary.
Miss Mary. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Treasure Hunter, how in the world are you? I appreciate you coming. Treasure Hunter, am I thinking right? You're North Louisiana? I think North Louisiana. Farmerville. I may have you mixed up with somebody else, which is not unusual for me because I just get things mixed up. There's Miss Mary Bell. Mom. She's one of my other moms. I started to put a number on it, but it's really not a number. It's kind of like your kids. You know, you got 4 kids. I got 4 kids, and they all special to me. I can't say 1, 2, 3, 4, because they all special to me. So Miss Mary, she is not my biological mom, but she is as close as you can come. I really like Miss Mary. And y'all have seen her a time or two in the chats. Sometimes she gets to join, sometimes she don't. And let me tell y'all something about Miss Mary. Miss Mary and them's got them a pond now, catfish pond. Got a nice deck out there. She just that's her life now. She sits out there and catches catfish all the time. They brought her and her husband brought us out on one of them party boats, you know, them big pontoon boat things one time. And my 2 oldest. You didn't go? Why didn't you go?
Work or something.
Anyway, I had the kids, didn't I? Yeah, I had the kid. I can't remember who all I had. Probably Hayden and Charity. They were all little at that time. I don't remember. Anyway, they took us out on this pontoon boat, Old River in Louisiana, and we just went back and forth. Up there, had our poles out on the sides, just trolling. We caught a lot of fish. There's Raquel. Appreciate you coming in there, Miss Raquel. I got these things popping up on me. I hate them things that pop up on me. Got Tony. Hold on, let's get up here. See this. And to the ever so special Glenda. Oh, and Chuck. Hardy, har. It's, well, hold on. It's a teapot. It's a teapot. T-E-A-P-O-T. Starts with a T, ends with a T, and has T. And that was one of the questions the other night. That was Raquel, Cottonwood Ranch. She's the one that had me running all over the house, waking you up. She's the guilty party. Anyway, teapot. And I still trying to figure out what has a little head and crooked thighs and long legs and everything else. I know you said it was something, but I don't believe all that. Anyway, all right. Well, look, I said I was going to get her up quick, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to be kind of close to man of my word. Y'all, don't stand up. Ain't no sense in standing up. She did love that driving. You done got me distracted, Miss Mary. I was about to click the button to get Cady up here. She was on go. She was in the starting block. She was getting ready to hop up on here. And a pot kitchen is a kettle kitchen. All right, y'all, quit getting me distracted. You don't have to stand up, but please, put your hands together, just like that. All right, that's enough of that. And welcome Miss Cady from Mayfield Ranch. How in the world are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys doing tonight?
I am just tickled to death that I finally get to have a one-on-one with Miss Cady. Good to see
All right.
you.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
And you're up in Northern California, right?
Yeah, Northern California.
Northern California. How's the weather over there as far as your climate? I think of California, I think it's just sunny all year round, but that's probably not the case, is it?
It's pretty much accurate. It's pretty sunny most of the time.
Pretty sunny.
We get a little bit of rain, but not much.
Yeah.
Well, we're in a real drought.
I was watching some of your videos, so I wouldn't seen. Thank you, Phil. Got Jan woohooing you and Phil clapping for you, and everybody. You can't hear it, but just know that it's happening.
It's there. Okay.
It's not just applause; it's thunderous applause.
Oh, perfect.
Thunderous applause. But I seen one of your videos that you put out your stuff from your greenhouse, and then all of a sudden you had a frost.
Right. Yeah, that's about. Now, I'm a real expert gardener, so if you want to know what not to do, just watch me.
Hey, I got that market cornered right there, Kay. You're gonna have to get your own niche.
I'll give you a little competition. Yeah, we did. We talked about starting a YouTube channel this year and thought, okay, we've been gardening for a while. We do pretty good at it. Let's give it a try. We've got a little property, so let's try it. And I tell you what, this has been the most challenging year we've ever had doing our garden. We had the late frost. We lost just about everything. And of course, here in California, we're planting our tomatoes and peppers in late December in the house. So yeah, we lost everything. I think that was March or April. It was really late.
I can't remember. I want to say I looked at the date. I was watching it on my TV because I watched them. That's why you're not getting no comments, because I can't comment off of my TV. But there's people saying hey to you, by the way.
Hi, everyone.
Anyway, so and it's far away, so I can't read the little words on there, and I had to get way up close, and it's just really inconvenient for me to get out of my recliner. Walk all the way across the room and look and to find out information. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just set in my ways.
That makes sense.
Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Always good to see my friend Brenda. And My brain just went dead. I just watched your video, Brenda. Oh, I hate it when that
Her
happens.
name's not Brenda.
Huh?
Her name is Cady.
No, Redbird Farm, Brenda.
Oh.
Yeah, Redbird Farm, Brenda. Yeah, I know who Cady is. I think. Anyway, I seen the. I didn't. I wanted to say it was in April.
I think that's right.
I could be wrong. I was wrong one time. I mean, it is the 1st of July, so I'm due. 7 months in, and perfect record so far. So
I understand that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Cady has a lot going on over there in California, in sunny California, except for when it freezes. She has animals. She has gardening. She puts up stuff, preserves. I guess dehydrate. Do you can?
I do. Yeah.
You do? I didn't notice any of that on there. Do you have any canning videos?
No, I don't have any on there yet. I figure I'll do that this year. In fact, my counter's full of stuff right now that I probably better figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah. I did see that you dehydrated some blueberries.
I did.
Some blueberries. Our blueberries are gone.
Yeah.
We got actually a good bit of them from them this year, but it was not a good year for them because we just didn't have no rain. I mean, and you was talking about 100 and something temperature. We was having up in that area too. It was getting way up there. Heat index was well over 100, and they just wasn't getting big. You know how they would.
Yeah.
They were kind of scrawny, but we got a few out of them, didn't we? We got. I apologize, Cady. Cady, this is my wife. She ain't even in the camera. How come she? Hold on, just a second.
What are you doing over there, Chuck? You've got to get her on the camera.
I don't know. Just hold on a minute. There we are. How about that? I don't know what happened. She was in the camera to begin with, wasn't she?
She was. You just cut her right off.
And I don't know what I was. Anyway, Cady, this is Cady, Mayfield Ranch, and this is my wife, Blenda.
Hi.
Yeah. Blenda, she's the talker of the family.
Uh-huh.
I can't hardly ever get a word in edgewise when I'm around her.
Right. I've noticed that from the videos. I'm sure that's the case.
I'm just glad. Yeah, squirrel. I never squirrel, Brenda. Never. I'm the most. I stay focused. I'm like a laser. I'm laser focused. What was we talking about, Cady?
We were talking about doing some canning and your blueberries.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I introduced you to Blenda. Blenda is the one that interrupted me. It's her fault. Yeah. Yeah. But you use a pressure canner? And
I haven't used a pressure canner yet, but I have one. And so my plan is to do more of that this year. I've done a lot of water bath canning. So mainly tomato sauce, jellies, jams, things like that.
You got to do the pressure canning. Pressure canning's where it's at. All the cool kids do the pressure canning. We'll see how I do this year. I bought one. I got that far. It's still in the box. Oh no, get that thing out. Get it out. Look at here. Look at here. All right. Beans. I got a whole table full of beans and peas and stuff that we can it all. We can everything. Perfect. Well, what I need for you guys to do is just come on over to my house and you guys hang out here for a while and you just show me how it's done. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. I suspect your wife might suggest there's a little more to do with it. No. She's the one that taught me. Didn't he? Years ago, many years ago. It was a long time ago, but it's nothing to it really. Once you get over the fear of blowing your house up. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. We'll be all right. Well, nowadays these canners they got so many safety features on them and everything, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm dumb as a rock, Cady. I doubt that. I am. I've been doing pressure canning for how long? We've been married? 30 years. Monday. 30 years. Monday. 30. Oh, congratulations, y'all. She deserves a gold medal. She deserves a parade. I tell you what she deserves. She deserves fireworks. So I'm hoping everybody across the country does fireworks on July the 4th, just for her and my anniversary. I'm hoping that'll happen.
That's what I'll be doing them for. Celebrate for you guys.
I figured that.
Yeah.
But we had the little thing that goes on top of the spout that blows out the steam and all.
Yeah.
Wait.
The weight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's one that came with it back in the 19th century, whenever we got the canner. But the weight was like a 15-pound weight or something like that. I don't know what it was. Anyway, we have 10-pound pressure down here, and I was always having to watch the little gauge, and I was always back and forth.
Okay.
And I realized I'm an idiot. They make weights for them, 10-pound weight that you put on there, and it'll regulate your temperature for you. I mean, you still gotta, you can't just have it blasting because you don't want to blow all your water out, but it kind of keeps it from doing, you know what I'm saying? I
do. I bought that weight where you can adjust it, right? I think it's the 5, the 10, or the 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that.
5, 10.
Also in the box.
You take 2 of them off and you got the 5-pound, put one on, 10 pounds, put the other. Do y'all have to do 10 pounds or 15 pounds?
Well, I'm going to look that up right before I start pressure canning. I don't know. I think it's 10.
Yeah. Well, if you're above 1,000 feet or something like that, I can't remember. If you're above 1,000 feet, I don't know. You better look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. It's on the list.
It's on the list of things to do. But
yeah.
Cady has got, how many donkeys you got?
I have 4 donkeys.
4.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's right. I was trying to count them in my head, and I finally got, when you said 4, I agreed with you, so you're right.
Okay, good. Good.
You got one of them you call the mama. Is she like the mama, all of them, or?
Yeah, she's the mom of all of them.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah, so I really wanted donkeys so badly, and we'd been looking. So we bought this property. It's been about 6 years ago, maybe. And so we got donkeys just about as soon as we could. And we saw these 2 babies that were available for adoption. They were rescued out of it's called BLM here. Land management kind of rounds them up. And so they were at a auction, I guess, going to be sold at the auction. And so a rescue group bought them. So I was getting them from the rescue group. And then I just couldn't bear to not bring the mom too. So it was 2 babies that were 6 months old. And I decided, all right, I'll take the mom too. I'll buy her also. So we got 3, and they're just the cutest things. They're so sweet. And then about 10 months later, the vet was out, just a regular vet check, giving them their shots. And he mentioned to me, she's about to foal any day. And I said, what? Excuse me?
Oh, no.
What do you mean? This is not possible, right? He says she's pregnant. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this isn't possible, right? And he's asking me, have you kept her in the fence? Like, are there male donkeys around? Are these all female? I said, yeah, they're all female. They're all in the fence. Well, then I start looking it up after some disbelief and find that they can be pregnant like up to a year. So she must have just come pregnant when we got her, maybe perhaps out in the wild, or perhaps why she was locked up in that sale auction. So we got Gunner. He's our 4th little baby.
He's the 4th. Well, I'm sure that you love him just like you love the other ones.
Oh, yeah. He's a good boy.
Hey, Deborah Rossignolo. I cannot roll an R for nothing. Jesse rolls them good, but I can't roll the R. You got to roll the R. And Rossignolo. Hey, Rossignolo made me think of, I think we're supposed to make spaghetti tonight. I don't know where that came from. Homemade spaghetti, fresh tomatoes, fresh basil, fresh oregano, fresh garlic, fresh whatever else. I don't know what all we are. It's going to be pretty much all handmade from scratch.
Oh, that sounds good.
I don't think I could. What do you do with a donkey? You
pet it and you hug it. You feed them a lot of snacks.
I seen you hugging it. I seen Gary brought you a potbelly pig or something.
He did.
That thing is huge.
It's huge. Gary's about as bad as I am with animals, right? He called me one day at work, something. He says, I think we need to get a pig. And I said, no, we're full. Farm is full. We don't need anybody else. Because all of our animals, so I'd say we live on a homestead, but all of our animals are pets. We do eat the eggs from the chickens, but we don't butcher any of the animals. Now, I think it's great to do that. I wish I could do that, but I just love them so much. I can't.
Yeah.
So he comes home from work one day. I pull in the garage when I get home from work. He gets home a little earlier than me. He meets me in the garage and says, do you want to meet Charlie? And I just look at him and I'm just thinking, you better be kidding. I don't know who Charlie is, but this better be some kind of a joke. And he takes me out back and there's just like this little tiny pig. He was so tiny when we first got him. Yeah. And now he's probably
huge.
280, 300 pounds. He's a big guy.
Oh, he's huge.
But he's a good little boy. He just comes when you call him. To me, they're all kind of like dogs. Charlie's like a dog. He just comes. He doesn't run so much. Just kind of waddles over to you. But he's a good boy. And the donkeys are so sweet. Like you go out, they come every time you pull in the driveway. They're right at the fence just looking at you.
Well, I mean, the way that you treat them, you get over there hugging on them and kissing on them, giving them food and like they
Yep, they're my babies.
They expect it, don't they?
They sure do. They deserve it, so that's okay.
My uncle, I worked over in Houston, just outside of Houston for a little bit, 30-something years. Well, it's been over 30 because we've been married 30, so I don't know, 32, 33, 34 years ago, however long it was. And he had a potbelly pig. Back then, they were kind of a novelty. I guess they still are a novelty to some degree. But back then, I never heard of potbelly pigs. They were kind of like the thing to do. And and he had one that he brought into his house. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, it gets big. You know, it's little, cute, big. No, you don't leave that in your house. So he made a thing outside, and he got some more. Anyway, he had some little pig. It had a little electric fence about, I don't know, 10 inches off the ground, 10 inches off the ground. Wasn't very high. And back of his property. And he was, we went out there one day, and he was feeding them out there close to it. And all them little bitty pigs, I don't know, it had been about 10 of them. There's a bunch of them. They was all gathered around the food. They was just eating, and the big one, the daddy of them, was eating in it, and he kind of kept moving around. And next thing you know, he touched that electric fence.
Uh-oh.
And it didn't get him right off. It kind of was a delayed reaction when he got up against it. But when it got him. He run over every one of the little pigs. Them pigs were flopping, going. I mean, he didn't hurt them.
Poor guy.
Was hilarious. I mean, he was squealing and running, and them pigs were shooting everywhere. And
they squeal and carry on. Anything Charlie doesn't like if you try to take his food bowl away, or if he gets in the chicken coop, which it happens, and you pick up their food, he's just squealing and carrying on as if we're torturing the poor guy.
Yeah. Well, he looks malnourished to me.
Right, exactly. He looks like we really aren't giving him enough treats.
Yeah. I seen also that you had a couple of geese.
Oh, we do. Those are Gary's favorites.
You got two of them?
We have two. We have a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm. A boy and a girl. So what do you do with the geese? Do you eat their eggs or anything? Or I know not the boy yet.
Right. We don't eat too many of the eggs from the boy. Right. No, we do eat their eggs. Now, our geese, she doesn't lay that many eggs. She lays maybe 8 or 10 a year, just in spring. So I think that's a little odd. I think geese tend to lay more eggs than that, from what I understand. But we just get a few, and we eat them just with the chicken eggs. Sometimes I sell our eggs, so some of the people that are interested want to buy some of the goose eggs, so we give them away.
Me and Belinda hadn't been married too long, and over in Louisiana, I used to work for an uncle over there, and Blenda and I got married, and we was going through. We live in Mississippi, and so we was going through. I said, let's stop by and see my uncle. And I don't think she'd ever met him. And so we pulled in his drive. He had a bunch of animals and stuff back there. Hey, Carol's Creative Corner. Good to see you. You was over in Eddie's channel. Devil Dog. I like Devil Dog. There's Gary. Got some coming from Devil Dog. Appreciate y'all coming. So we pulled in his drive, and a bad sign right away is his car wasn't there. Hey, Tennessee Bushcrafter, good to see y'all. Appreciate all y'all coming in. I really do. And when I pulled up, I said, well, I'll go knock on the door. And they knocked on the door. Of course, nobody came to the door. And I'm walking back to the car, C-A-R. And I noticed Blenda's eyes started getting kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around and look, and there's this crazy goose. And he's got the devil look in his eye. I'm telling you, he looked like he didn't like me being there. I guess he was a watch goose or something.
Right. I think they might all be.
I started backing up, slowly getting away from him, putting my hand up. And I finally ran, and I got in the car. That goose ran into the front of our vehicle and hit it. I mean, you could hear it. I was surprised it didn't make a dent in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura, it's good to see you. I do appreciate y'all. Here's my Mississippi neighbor right there, Gary Beltloop 29. And Hedgehog's Homestead. I don't know if you know them, but they're from live in Tennessee. They moved from Oregon to Tennessee here recently. They're building a homestead over there.
Okay. So check it out.
Hey, Butt Nuggets Homestead. Appreciate y'all coming in. But Laura and Chris, they bought them some property out there, and they're doing it slow, trying to do it as they go. And it's an amazing thing, really, to watch them work out there. And their humor is what I love. I mean, I just love it's dry. I don't know if they mean to be humorous, but I find laughter, I guess, most anywhere. And I find a lot of it right there at Brampton, Georgia.
Michelle and Dexter. They're funny.
Yeah. I'm glad she wasn't in here early, because I'm afraid of what she might have commented on some of the things that were mentioned, some of my boneheaded things that I said. But
well, I want to get back to the story, Chuck, about you running from a little bird.
No, this wasn't no little bird. This was like you seen pterodactyls in the movies, the big dinosaur birds.
Uh-huh.
He had fire. His eyes and he was breathing fire or something. I don't know. He was devil in a goose form, is all I know.
Now, Blenda, were you running from the little bird?
I was in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were in a safe spot.
Yeah, she was laughing at me. She's laughing at me because I was running from the goose. Hey, a goose will hurt if it bites you. It'll leave a mark on you.
It does. They pinch you. Yeah, I've had a couple bruises. Our little girl kind of just stays away from us. She'll, like about a foot away. She comes up for snacks, but she doesn't ever try to do anything about it. But our boy, man, he thinks he's the boss of this whole property. He will go after, like Gunner, our donkey, our big boy donkey. He'll go right after his feet and just pick at him and tell him to move along. Any stranger that comes on the property, the goose is right up in their business, just squawking, letting them know they're not welcome. And he's not fearful of anyone. He's like the pit bull of the property. Birds are evil.
Right there. And she's got flamingos in her garden. Right there.
Yeah, Gary goes out to feed at night, and I'll have to get a video of this. This would be good content. He's out there feeding, and he wears his farmer flip-flops when he goes out to feed. And I've told him several times not to do that. But he's out there feeding the animals, and then you'll hear some goose squawking and Gary carrying on like, get back, Get back. And that goes on every single night.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You just skipped right over Farmer flip-flops. Farmer flip-flops. That should be branded.
Okay.
That should be something that is like, I mean, a commercial ought to be made about it. The Farmer flip-flop. Flip-flop.
The cautionary tale.
The cautionary tale. Wear your flip-flops out to the barnyard. Yeah. Hey, Wendy Benjamin from Nova Scotia. Good to see you. Our guest today is Cady, Mayfield Ranch, and from out Northern California, and also, Belinda's with me tonight too. Isn't that something?
I feel special that she's on here tonight.
It is special.
Mm-hmm.
She don't normally get to be with me on Tuesday mornings because I got her working. I got her out there making the green, keep me happy.
That's good. That's good. I'm always listening in the car on the way to work.
Yeah, I know. I see. Did you pop up on the live one time? I thought you was in your car.
I did one time just for a minute. Yeah.
Okay. That's right. Cause I knew you was headed to work and y'all are so far behind us in time. So it's earlier there than it is here. And, but anyway, you got me distracted. What was he talking about? Farmer flip-flops?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the goose pecking his toes.
Yeah, he goes after him every night.
Hey, you know what? Swans are like that.
I've heard. I've never had a swan. But
swans and swans, they're beautiful. Swans are beautiful, but they're mean like a goose. They are, and I've got a church member that's got two. He worked over in Egypt. He was like they built all kinds. He was in construction over there. Anyway, he retired and moved back over here, and he's got two swans and he raises them. Yeah, they're scary. He's got some ponds out there. He said you can fish anytime you want. I ain't going fishing over there. Not with no crazy swan. They'll chase you. Free toes. That's what happens when you wear farmer flip-flops. Geese think your toes are free toes.
Yeah, the birds, though, they're deceptively strong. The first time the goose came after me and hit me with his wings, I couldn't believe how strong they really are.
Oh, yeah. So you got the geese and you said you sell eggs.
Yeah, we sell the chicken eggs.
The chicken, how many chickens you got?
We had about maybe like 25 or so, and we just bought another 12 this spring. So we've got plenty. Plenty, but never enough, right?
Hold on just a second. I got distracted. My brain went somewhere else. You said 20?
Yeah, we had about 25, and then we bought another 12 this spring. So we got 12 babies out there too.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, we have a lot of chickens.
32.
32 chicken. How big a property you got out there, Cady?
A little over 5 acres.
A little over 5 acres. That's way plenty room, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The chicken's yard is probably about an acre or so. They run around there. The chickens and Charlie and the goats and geese and ducks. And then we have a separate area for all the donkeys.
Okay. And do you got some ducks?
We have a couple ducks. Yeah, we have 2 little boy ducks.
All right. I'm not going to spend much time on the ducks.
No, not a fan.
No, actually, I do like ducks. I think I want to get me some. So we've covered the donkeys, the chickens, the devil geese, the ducks. What I miss? Cows. Oh, the pig, the Porky the pig, the potbelly pig.
Potbelly.
I was watching them on that video.
Cows? I didn't see no cows. Y'all got cows?
The neighbor has cows. So, they're they just had babies. There's babies over there. They come right up to the fence every time I'm out there feeding, especially when I'm in the garden. They're right up next to the fence hoping they can get a snack too. But they're really cute.
We live right next to a pasture. Our neighbor has cows, and of course he's got, I don't know how many acres he has.
A lot.
A lot. I don't know. It goes. There's no problem. Maybe 1,000. I don't know. It's stretched out all through the wood. I mean, anyway. So they're not over here a whole lot, but when they do, boy, they bring the flies. The flies are horrible when they get up here close.
Yeah, they do. We don't have too much trouble with that, but I'm always out there trying to keep up on it. We do like a dip, kind of like fly spray, but I just do a dip for the donkeys and things like that. We try to keep the poo picked up so it minimizes the flies.
Picking up poo and the farmer flip-flops.
Yep.
Gary wants to ask a question about the peppers that were not what you thought. Were they from seeds and they got mixed up, or were they from a seed package?
No, I bought them. It was a seed packet. So last year I bought a couple of habanero plants and made habanero jelly, and my family loved it. Like, we ran out. They took all of it. It was really good. So I bought like a really big pack of orange habanero seeds, and I ordered them online. Maybe I didn't buy from a real reputable, I think I probably got them on Amazon. So perhaps that was the problem. But I planted just a bunch of those plants and got these long green peppers. So I'm not sure what they are, but they're definitely not orange habaneros.
I can't handle them hot peppers. I mean, I like a little bit of heat, but I don't like it to overwhelm me.
Have you had the jelly, like the hot pepper jelly? Have you tried that?
I have tried some of that, and I like that pretty good. I like a little bit of pepper in it, but I don't like my mouth to burn.
Just eat a pepper. You know what we've done with the peppers that works really good, and we use them, is we dehydrate. Like, I'll just put it in the Ninja, chop up all the hot peppers, and then put them in the dehydrator, and just keep it in like a mason jar by the stove, and use it as seasoning. Like, we'll put it. You don't have to put much if you don't like it real spicy, but we put that in just about everything, like eggs. If I make Alfredo sauce, I mean, we're putting it in hamburger, for tacos, burritos, but we've been using that a lot. So if you like a little bit of spice, not too hot, maybe that's an option for using them.
I've done that.
You got some in there?
I'm not going to be able to find it. It's in there somewhere.
Okay.
Do you mind answering that for me? I'm sorry. I had one of my church members calling.
Oh, no problem.
Anyway, this is where we keep a lot of our spices in that. I dehydrated some last year. Hey, Mark, how in the world are you? That's my scavenger hunt partner right there. Cannot taste or feel capsicum. How in the world not?
Wow.
That's unreal. My hands, but I got to get me some of them gloves. I used to never have to worry about gloves. But the last little bit this year, I'm cutting up peppers and stuff. My hands just burn and burn and burn. I'm getting old.
I haven't had my hands burned, but I've definitely done something like that and regretted it really quickly.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just part of it. That's what makes it fun and interesting. I've never smoked my peppers. I just dehydrate them and then crush them up and. Either crush them up or I don't like it real fine. Not my peppers. I like them got a little bit. I don't like them big, but I like them crushed peppers, like a crushed red pepper.
Yeah, that's about the size I'm doing mine too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I made spicy salt. I mixed mine with some Himalayan salt, and it's so good. That's a good idea, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you were hamstringed on that hunt. It was just rigged. Yeah. Hey, I'm generally hamstrung most anything I do. The garden. I love your garden.
Oh, thank
you. You have mostly raised beds, right? Do you don't have? Do you have any in ground or?
Well, we have one. And it's we grow some really good weeds. Yeah. Like, there's all kinds of junk in that ground garden. Not a lot of food being produced, but there's something in there.
Chuck still went, hey. Ain't no sense in all that, Raquel. I may have been the one that called that your neighbor about that crop plane. Mm-hmm. I know a guy. I do whine a lot though, don't I? But you have mainly raised beds, and you got a pretty good bit of several of them.
We do. We started out with kind of just a small area with raised beds in our backyard, and then thought, okay, let's expand a little bit more. We wanted to grow a little bit more of our own food, and we also wanted to produce a lot more for the animals, just to supplement their food. So we expanded into like a bigger one out back.
Well, the thing that impressed me and is your watering system.
Okay.
Because you got all the little pipes and the copper, and you even got some PVC, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just stretched all the way out through there. And I'm still curious about the how you got it out. Do you got like cutoffs and all that?
Yeah. So we are out on a well, right? A well, and then so we ran PVC out to the garden. And then what we did is we just have PVC coming up, and I put a lot of those, just the battery operated timers where you can hook up like 3 or 4 hoses, and we set everything up so it's all on automated watering. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to keep it alive.
Yeah.
So we've got that going, and we have a few different setups. Like we use the drip line for some of it, but what's working pretty well this year is we've got PVC, and Gary put in these, they're called bubblers, I guess. And so they're really easy to take the top off and just flush them out. For some reason, if we get a little dirt or anything like that in them. And so that's working really well. It's keeping everything irrigated pretty well.
Well, I love it. I love the idea. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I never will. I mean, that's just one that I look at all y'all's videos on here and I say, man, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that. And I don't. I just say I will. I just whine about it, Raquel. So I don't know if you ever have watched Lazy Dog Homestead, maybe.
Oh. That sounds really familiar. I think maybe.
He's from out of Florida, I think. Anyway, he's got a real good interest in set. He's very, very knowledgeable. But he's got a setup with drip lines, but it's the little
okay.
Like probably 1/4 inch, 1/8 or 1/4 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And he will dig a trench for each of his rows, and he'll put that drip line right down the middle of it.
Okay.
And he has a spot, I guess, every so often where it'll drip out, and it's got a hookup on the end of the row where he can turn it on and turn it off. He's got a filter system, a fertilizer system built into it.
Oh, wow.
Where he can.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, where he can fertilize stuff. He's from Alabama. He's out of southern Georgia. Okay. Well, he's over there, Florida, southern Georgia.
He's in one of those states, right?
It's one of those states over there. Southern Georgia. But I think you're right, Tree. I think he is southern Georgia. And never question Teresa. She knows her stuff. But anyway, he got it where you can fertilize. He can put fertilizer in there, liquid fertilizer, obviously. Mm-hmm. And he fertilizes his gardens that way. And I just think it's the coolest thing.
That does sound pretty good. That's a good setup.
I just let the sun dry mine out, crackle it. And I dehydrate mine on the vine.
Okay. It's an effective method.
Very good for the heart. Yeah, so take that, Raquel. I can whine all I want. Hey, I can whine because she had me running all over the place. And it was all rigged. I mean, I know it was rigged.
It was a setup. Huh?
It was a setup. They all schemed to make me run all over the house, and they all had it right there next to them. Everything all right? Yeah. Okay. Anywho, what was I talking about, Cady?
Just the garden and the irrigation system.
I love the irrigation system. And you do have a lot of peppers.
We do. I might have went a little overboard this year, but we thought we'd give it a try. I really wanted to plant a bunch of peppers that I hadn't tried before, some of the like rare peppers. So that was my goal this year, and I might have gotten a little bit carried away with it, and my labeling system left a little bit to be desired as well.
Well, you had I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. Just say it over. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, Teresa, you can't have enough peppers. I've never heard anybody say, well, I got too many. I've heard people say I should have planted more.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can never have too many. Lost this thought again. I always lose my thought. You done got me all messed up now. Go fly a plane. Go tell your neighbor to fly a plane. I shouldn't pick on you about that. That's serious. I hate that happened to you. But one of the peppers that you have, and it's really neat to me because I had just seen it earlier. Somebody else doing it. And then I come on your channel. I seen that you had an Anaheim pepper.
Oh,
that you overwintered.
Yeah.
And did you bring it inside?
So I brought it into the greenhouse. We just put our greenhouse up last fall, and I brought it into the greenhouse. We had a first frost, and so it got a little bit of frost damage, but it was huge. It was a really big Anaheim pepper, and I thought I'm just going to try it out. Let me see if I could bring it in and overwinter, and it worked fantastic. It worked really great. It's producing. So I put a video up just to compare the production we were getting off of that overwintered pepper compared to one I just planted out this spring, and it's really producing quite a lot for us.
I've seen that. I've seen, and it's so much bigger. I mean, it's
a little pepper tree.
Yeah, it's a little pepper tree. I grew some Anaheims. It's been a few years ago, and I don't know why I had never grown them again because I liked them.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you grow a lot of bell peppers?
We do grow some bell peppers. Now, our bell peppers don't do the best. I mean, we get enough, and we'll, as we get them, we'll put them in the refrigerator, something, and get some and cut them up, put them in the freezer. So we'll have them, for recipes later on. But for some reason, my bell peppers don't do quite as well as like my banana peppers and my chili peppers or what's some peppers we got? I don't know what kind they are. Just hot peppers in general. They do really well. But,
so I was having the same problem, and that's why I grow a lot of Anaheim peppers. I'm trying bell peppers again this year. I've got a lot of those out in the garden. But every time I grow bell peppers, I'll get some, but they're really tiny, and they just don't produce as well. And I kind of found Anaheim peppers to be a pretty good replacement for bell peppers. And I can just grow those. They work. I don't have any pest issues. They produce real well. So that tends to be why I'm growing those.
Maybe it was cayenne pepper. I don't know. It was one of them peppers. I know it wasn't jalapeno or habanero. It wasn't. I know what those look like. But Raquel asking a question. Anyone know what makes dotted holes in pepper leaves? I'm not sure my peppers are going to make it. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if anybody answered her. Keep hearing about this hot peppers and hot sauces. Oh, yeah. Remember doing well, got to go, got where I shy away from bell pepper. Super hot, small pepper produce more pounds. That's right. They seem like they do more.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that I have red peppers growing. What was I doing? Oh, I was seeing if anybody was answering Raquel's question about what makes the little dots in the leaves.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have any dots on the leaves.
I know what you're talking about, and I'm not real sure because I had them do that to. It wasn't my pepper plants; it was my eggplants. It almost leaves like a little skeleton but I hadn't seen any. Brampton said flea beetles. I've never heard of flea beetles. Have you? Have you, Cady? Have you heard?
No, I haven't.
I hadn't either.
I don't think that's something well, if we have it here, I haven't seen it or heard of
like
it.
little pinholes in it. Polka dots all over. Oh, looks like polka dot holes all over these.
I don't know. Would it be aphids? We don't have a problem with aphids on our peppers, but our cucumbers, they'll do that.
Really? I don't know. Teresa right here probably flea beetles. I don't know what. I'd have to look that up because I don't know what that is. But
yes, so would I. I haven't heard of those.
Between Rochelle and Teresa both saying it, it'd be well worth looking into because both of them know their stuff. Tennessee Bushcrafter says aphids are spider mites, and then how do you get rid of them? You burn the plant. Flamethrower.
We don't have too many the only pest issues I ever have on my peppers are always bell peppers. There's some issue, but we don't tend to have too many pest issues on peppers. I've used like a real dilute neem oil on some of the other plants if I have a pest issue.
We don't have a lot of pepper problems. Pepper pest problems. Say that 3 times fast. We do have a lot of trouble with the stink bugs. You know what I'm talking about? Them stink bugs.
Yeah.
I hate stink bugs.
What do they do to your plants? We have some here. Gary's told me that's what they are, but I don't notice any trouble.
Stink bugs?
Yeah.
I'm not real sure what they do, but they get on like your tomatoes, and they'll get on peppers too if you're not careful. But like your tomatoes especially, they'll get on there, and it don't look like they're doing anything, but when they start getting ripe, they'll have little spots all over them, like yellow spots. I'm not real sure, and it'll ruin the. I don't like them. They'll ruin it. They'll ruin your tomatoes.
Okay, I haven't seen any damage, but we do have a bug out there, and I asked, "What is this?" I hadn't seen it before, and he said that's what they are. They're stink bugs.
Yeah. Now, last year I got some soap, soap water, and like Dawn or something like that, and I just sprayed them. And if you get them just right, it'll kill them. I don't know why, but it'll kill them. And
okay,
you got to do it all the time because they will infest your garden quick.
Okay. Yeah, I've done the Dawn dish soap for the aphids. Like our cucumbers, we can do cucumbers early on. In fact, they're doing pretty well right now. So fingers crossed, they keep doing well. But we tend to get aphids on the cucumbers pretty early in the season. And I'll use the Dawn dish soap and water and put that on there. But it usually just kind of saves them for a few more weeks. It doesn't usually make sure that they're all the way gone.
Right. Belinda was reminding me, we had them all over our blueberries too.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, I had pomegranate trees that they were just completely infested with those stink bugs.
I don't know what. I never had dealt with them hardly until last year, and last year they was pretty bad. But I had fun with my little spray bottle and my soap. I was like hunting them, sneaking up. I had full camo, and crawling.
Something repels them. I thought that tea in Tennessee bush.
Let's see, right here.
No, go down.
Hold on, right here. Stink bugs will kill cucumber. Plants, melons, cute squashes. Agastache tea repels them. Tennessee Bushcrafter. I got a Louisiana education, so I'm just telling you. Some of these big words is a little bit too much for me.
Okay, I'm gonna look into this.
Look into that because Agastache tea repels them. Whatever Agastache teas. I guess it's like a mustache. Maybe you trim your mustache and get a spray from it.
Mustache tea. Okay, perfect.
You got it?
Chuck told mustache tea.
Beetle Hunter. in my farmer flip-flops with my Fritos.
I'll tell Gary he's starting a trend.
He's starting a trend. He's gonna. Hey, the next big craze gonna sweep the nation. Farmer flip-flops. Soldier. Hold on a minute. Soldier bugs are the only predator for the Asian marmoted stink bugs that are invasive and have appeared last few years. Huh. I don't know what a soldier bug is. I am.
Well, that makes two of us, Chuck.
Woefully ignorant on gardening, apparently.
My strategies typically grow what will grow, and anything I have trouble with, we just don't plant that next year.
Don't plant. Hey,
I move on.
You have something. I think it was you. I get channels mixed up.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I'm almost positive it was you. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm questioning it. Do you have an olive tree?
We have olive trees all over our backyard. Yeah.
Olive tree. They were there when you bought the property?
Yeah.
That's where I seen it. Because, and I think that is the coolest thing because I love olives. I mean, are these olives like you can pick them and eat them? And
no, I love olives too, but no, I'm not sure what. I need to probably do a little research. They look like you could pick them and eat them, and we've tried. They taste horrible. You must have to treat them somehow to get the olives that you know from the store, because definitely these are different kind of olive trees because they're not good.
Are they green or are they black or are they?
They produce a black olive. Yeah.
Huh. I've never grown. I've never even seen an olive tree. I wouldn't know what to. I would love to have one, just to grow because I like olives. And I'm probably the only one in my family that likes it. But raw olives taste awful. Is there something that you have to do? Oh,
yeah, I think you have to brine them. Or somehow, I don't know if you cook them. I was going to look into it. I don't know if these are a different kind of olive tree, but they definitely were planted as kind of ornamental trees around the perimeter of the yard.
Hey, Mitchell. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. Well, I can't help you there. All I know is I seen them on your video and I thought to myself that I was kind of envious because I thought it was so neat that you had the olive trees, and I was thinking you just go out there and pluck them and eat them as you're plucking like blueberries, you know.
I wish.
Apparently you can't.
No.
Agastache also attracts a lot of bees. They bloom in all. Agastache. Agastache must be a plant.
Yep.
Okay. You got that? You got it wrote down? Okay. Yeah. Do research.
I'm going to look into it. I'm going to do some research.
If you don't mind, and send me a copy of it.
Yep.
3 pages, no longer than 3 pages, double spaced. Okay. And I do need a bibliography.
All right.
If you don't mind.
No problem.
And get that before.
Get it done by 5.
Did I say it right first? I can't remember what I said the first time. Oh, there it is. Agastache. Thank you, Tennessee Bushcrafter. You have made me smarter today. Hussa. Okay. Jen,
I think now they're just trying to get you to pronounce stuff.
I think they are. They probably just making stuff up, making it all up and say, let's see what we can get him to pronounce now. Oh, Mississippi redneck down there can't talk. What was I talking about? Oh, the olives. We went up to Michigan. It's been several years ago. It was in March. And yeah. Ain't that right, Beth? Include pictures, illustrations in that report that you're sending me.
All right, will do.
Hey, Glenn and Jessica, good to see you.
I'll get us all educated.
Okay. Makes the squirrel come out. Yeah, that makes the squirrel come out. Anyway, we went up to her parents were living in Michigan, so we had to go up there in March, and they had snow everywhere in March. I was like, that's just crazy talk there. But anyway, we went by. They got these places, these like markets. Well, it's got inside and outside, but they got all kind of vegetables and fruits and cheeses and nuts and I mean everything. And they had just, I mean, the olives were just all, and they had olives like they were huge.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was unreal. I mean, they were just huge olives. And I came back home with some, and like I said, I'm the only one that eats them. And I had to get like 2 or 3 jars of them. And I got kind of sick of olives after that.
Okay.
They were good to begin with, but after you eat a few jars of them, it's just.
You ate all 3 jars on the way home. You had enough, huh?
Hey, I did. I ate quite a bit of them, but got gathered together here with us today. They're our good friends from Missouri, and always appreciate them coming in. And he's got a link or 2 up there, and I appreciate you doing that, Glenn, or Jess, whichever one it is. And if it's Glenn, thank you. If it's Jess, thank you. If it's both of you, thank y'all. That's how we talk down here. We just can't stay Agastache here. Got Chris and Larry from Arizona. That's closer to you than we are.
Yep, I visited their little town.
I hear you, Teresa. Anyway, look, wrong link. Hey, Glenn, are you putting somebody's wrong link in again? Cady, what do you want to tell people about your channel other than come subscribe and watch?
Yeah, come check it out. Well, we just have a little house here in Northern California and on a little over 5 acres, some animals, a garden, and just kind of thought we'd start sharing with people. So I think over the last couple of years, times are just changing a bit, or maybe people are more interested in learning how to grow their own food. We're certainly interested in eating a little healthier. We tend to try to stick to more of a keto diet where we're eating pretty much just some protein and vegetables. So we want to grow our own vegetables as much as we can for us, but also for my parents, just so we're eating a little healthier. And we thought we'd just kind of share what we have because we're certainly not, we're not experts by any means. We do some things right, and we definitely do a lot of experimenting and a lot of learning along the way. But just thought we'd share it with people, and maybe there's others out there that would like the opportunity to kind of see how we do what we're doing. It's, we both work full-time jobs. So Gary and I work more than 40 hours a week at our day jobs. And then we've got the animals. So we stay pretty busy on the property. So we don't have like a Pinterest-worthy garden. It may be not the prettiest, but we thought we would just show people that you can do it anyway. You can do it if you don't have much time or much money. Some of the things we have are very inexpensive and still produce quite a lot of food. So we wanted to just share that it's an option. And even if you don't have, like grocery prices are ridiculous at this point, right? I don't know how people are making it. So even if you don't have a lot of money, you could buy a pack of seeds and still produce quite a lot of food for your family. So we were just trying to kind of share that with people and thought this might be a good way. And Gary's got quite a large family that lives in different areas, so different states. So they haven't all been able to come over and see the house that we bought together and things like that. So we're also kind of sharing with our family what's going on with the animals. Like my sister lives in Kentucky now, so she gets to keep up on our videos and see the animals. Okay. So it's a good way to do that.
Well, don't sell yourself short on your garden now. Y'all got a beautiful garden, and I love your pathway that y'all made out through there, the stone.
Thank you.
That's just, I love that. I love the just the way you got it set up, your animals, and just like the way that you care for them. I can tell that you really do. You should make a personal URL Yeah, you're
Okay.
over 100 now, aren't you? You got
Yes.
130 something, or at least like 131, 132, or something like
Yeah,
that.
we're over 100. Yeah.
So you can make your own custom URL now. Um,
Okay.
hey, Tim, good to see you. There's West Tennessee fella right there. Appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all coming in right at the last minute because we're about to get off here because I've got to go get me some supper. And I want to send y'all over to Rambling with the Brooms as well. They, I guess they're still on. He had Creekside Maples. Uh, he's showcasing them. I don't know, everybody knows their story or not, but they were basically kicked off the property. They were given a raw deal up there, and people's trying to help them, and Scott's trying to help. We've had them on our live. Glenn and Jessica Gather Homestead had them on their live, and so they're having raffles and all different kind of things, just trying to get enough money to get some property that they can move on to, that they can build. Post Cady's link again, if you would, somebody. I'd appreciate it very, very much. But I would love to send everybody over there. If they, I think they probably still going. I don't know if they are or not. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it looked like they were still on, but I may be wrong. Anyway, I've been wrong. Let's be twice if I am. Cady, I do appreciate you coming on. I really do. How long you been doing this? Since
Maybe 3 months.
Yeah, I knew it was a short time.
Yeah, brand new, pretty new.
Yeah. In fact, I think I may have. I remember seeing one of your very first videos when you first came out, or maybe I seen you and I went back to one of your first videos. I don't remember, but it was right there at the very beginning of your YouTube journey. And I'm going to tell you something. You came in to a good community here. All these folks that are on our lives, and you go to their, when they have their lives, different ones have lives, like Gather Together, Homestead, they have their lives, and Teresa always gardening and prepping, and Pathways Homestead that just popped in here at the last minute from Kansas. And anyway, just a good community, good people. Danny's finally showing up, and we're about to leave. But good people, you come into them a whole lot quicker than I did. I probably went 6, 7, 8 months before I even knew anything about a YouTube community. I was just putting out videos and hoping people would, I didn't know anybody. And so you in this community, I think people will take care of you, and they'll support you any way that they're able to.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. I'm finding that to be the case. I know I did meet you pretty early on when I started making videos, and I definitely appreciate you including me and inviting me to the live and just watching your lives and sharing out the channel. So I really appreciate it.
I wanted to show y'all before you got too big and forgot all us little people.
Oh,
I wanted to make sure I was one of the. I know you was on somebody else. You was on. Hold on, give me a second. Don't tell me.
Okay.
You're gonna have to tell me.
She's gonna be upset that you don't remember.
I know, Danny.
No,
it wasn't Danny. Hold on just a second. Oh, Gail. No, it wasn't Gail. Oh, it's killing me because I remember Rochelle.
Yes.
Rochelle. Yeah. I knew that, but I just, for the life of me, I couldn't draw it out of this vast. There's so much knowledge up there that I hadn't had time to compartmentalize it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it up, put it in one of those little neat little seed trays like you got.
Right.
But it was up there. Rochelle, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Rochelle's got a live. She does lives.
Mhm.
Danny does live. Danny
Yeah, I've
Days.
watched Danny's.
Quite a few people do, and they'll try and help you and support you any way that they're able to. And I just love them. I really do. I love the people, and even Rochelle. But I just want
It's been a pretty incredible community. Everybody's been so supportive, so that's awesome. And it's good to meet everybody and see, just find a community with similar interests. It's been pretty great.
Yeah, it has. Well, look, I'm going to let you go, Cady. I do appreciate it. I know you got a lot more daylight hours than we got now, but we're going to try and go make the most of what's left for us. But if Rambling with the Brooms is still on, everybody go over there and tell them hello. Tell Tony and Joni hello, and we appreciate y'all so much. Go if you hadn't subscribed to Cady. They call it being a family member or a family member or something. I don't know what all they call it now. I don't get on the bandwagon with all that stuff. But anyway, get over there and touch that red button for and watch some videos. And hey, Steve, you come in at the last moment. Say hello to Cady and then also say goodbye to Cady because we're getting out of here. Thank you, Cady.
All right. Bye, you guys. Thanks for including me, Chuck. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.